you doing it
Hey,
though?
hey, we here. What's going on, everyone? What's up? How are you doing today? My name is Courtney Rollins, host of the Life and Transitions Experts YouTube channel and Facebook group. Also, owner and operator of Estate Pro Service, where if you've seen the last couple months, you see that, well, really the last several years on this channel, we've been focusing on helping people through some of their biggest challenges and transitions in their life, particularly helping people avoid the probate process, protect and grow their wealth. And one great tool that I've jumped on since I think April of this year is the old awesome industry and tool of life insurance. Using life insurance, specifically whole life, but there's a lot of products out there. But life insurance to protect and grow your wealth. And I've been fortunate enough to be a part of a really awesome organization called North American Senior Benefits, which gives you the opportunity to come in and, well, actually, I'll let my guest here today explain a little more of that. But gives you a chance to come in and serve folks in a hot, the top way. And I get to be around some awesome people. And one of those folks is here with me today, Marcus Farmer. How are you doing, Marcus? What's going on, man?
Hey man, I can't complain, man. I appreciate you having me on. Like I told you when you extended the invite, I admire what you do. It sounds like you're a busy man, for sure. But at the end of the day, yeah, man, it's a pleasure to be here and a pleasure for you to have me, actually, man.
Yeah, bro. I mean, we're me and Marcus are in a same WhatsApp basically is our
hmm
group thread because we're all over the country. I'm in North Carolina mostly, and where are you, Marcus?
I'm in the Austell area, but so like the Atlanta area.
Oh heck yeah. Okay. So yeah,
hmm
but in our group WhatsApp, we're always encouraging folks,
hmm
posting
hmm
policies and people how we've helped folks, and your name is always up there. So I was like, I gotta find the folks that are doing awesome things,
Yeah.
learn from them, get around from them, and that's why I reached out to you, man. How long you been doing this life insurance?
I've been doing it since about last July, so a little over a
Okay, yeah.
year. Yeah, so it's definitely been something that's been a challenge, but it's been definitely fun as well. At the same time, just learning it and seeing the growth from where I started from to where I am now, for sure.
Yeah. So tell us, what is that journey? How'd you get in? Had you stumble into the life insurance world?
I think like everybody else, how everybody else does it, just not being broke. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
I feel you
And
fell for it.
exactly. And it's just one of those things to where, like, when I first moved here, because I'm from Savannah, but when I first moved here,
Okay.
I jumped into restaurant management, then ended up having a family and everything like that. So that took up too much of my time. So it was one of those things to where you're making decent money, but then at the same time, you're missing a big piece of your family a lot of the times because you're at work working 12-hour days, and when you come home, you're tired. So I
Mm,
left that, kind of went into real estate, and then I kind of just jumped over into I ended up driving Lyft. Just
okay.
trying to make ends meet and just things of that nature. And then my wife had a friend that was in the insurance business. I had been getting little gut feelings about doing it. And then I ultimately feel like God told me to do it.
Wow.
And then yeah, I just kind of once I got that confirmation and I felt that because I was getting ready to try to do something else. And I
Mm,
heard God say you can do both. That's when I just went full force into the insurance.
so you heard guys say you can do both. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I dig it.
Mhm.
I dig it. I dig it. Hey,
Mhm.
you say you spent a little bit of time in real estate as well. What did that look like?
So my wife is actually a broker, so she's the one who really got me
Okay.
into it.
Yeah.
But I was more so wholesaling.
Okay.
I actually have a friend that's up there, probably closer to you in North Carolina, that was doing some wholesale,
Mm.
and we ended up doing a couple deals down here in Atlanta, and that just kind of was the scope of what I was doing.
Wow.
Got my license and things of that nature, but I was wholesaling for sure.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah,
hmm
that's how I got. Well, I did great in wholesaling myself. I
Yeah.
started in 2019 for like 4 years. Was
Yeah.
wholesaled over 200 some odd properties.
Oh
When I
wow.
shifted to North Carolina, I came down here and I started going in the probate space,
hmm
where someone dies, they have to settle their affairs,
Yeah.
and that was a way for me to help and find properties and find people that I
hmm
could wholesale. And it was cool, but there was so many people outside that either didn't have properties or didn't want to sell it that still needed help. And that's how I found life insurance and
For
like the
sure.
wholesaling, as you know, is like feast or famine. You get a nice
Yeah.
hot deal, you great, but
Yeah.
whew. So yeah,
Yeah.
man, I was like, man, and my wife was not digging it, bro. She was like, yo, we need some consistency, and that's why
Exactly.
the insurance. What was the other? What if you don't mind me asking? What's the other venture that you're either doing now or that you started doing last year as well? That God told you can do both.
Oh, so I was actually getting ready to try to get my project management license.
Oh,
So I was
okay.
going to try to either go back to school, because ultimately, from the wholesale, you kind of get in that real estate space. You want to do a lot of other different things.
Yeah.
So I was taking courses and classwork on trying to learn how to actually build new construction.
Uh,
So obviously you need some capital to get into that
Mhm.
space. But I wanted to continue to dig into that. So what I was going to do is get my project management license and just try to be able to help people in that facet where I'm learning at the same time. But like I said, in the middle of me doing that, I sat down and I was actually getting ready to I started a fast. And that's when I literally heard you can do both. I hadn't gotten to that other side yet because I want to kind of tackle this insurance and get it as best I can.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely heard that voice, and that's why I'm here today.
Amen. Amen. So tell us, can you describe your journey so far, like this, since last summer? What is it like for the insurance?
Yes, it's been a lot of growth, and that's the
Mhm.
best way I can put it. And more so growth in the mindset, inside of I guess my journey. Because growing, just coming into it, I'm more of a quiet person. I don't really talk much. I'm more so to myself, but it's one of those things to where now I'm seeing myself being more outspoken. I'm seeing myself talking to different people about different things and just asking different questions. And but it all comes from the mindset.
Mhm.
Because coming into this business, you don't have any confidence. You don't know anything. You don't know anyone. You kind of just it's kind of awkward just blindly, especially knocking on doors or randomly
Yeah.
calling people. You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
do it in wholesale, but it's definitely a little bit different just coming being face to face with people. But just being that's just a mindset that you can do everything. And at the end of the day, when people do tell you no, just to try to not to take it as personal. We human, so we're gonna feel something at some point in
Right.
time.
So hard.
But yeah,
Honestly.
just to my mindset is what has grown the most. Um,
Yeah.
because I'm gonna go to work. If it's one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
work because I got to get to
Uh,
it
Gotta get to it. Yeah, Jim Rohn says your level of success can never exceed your level of self-development, man. So
for
that's
sure,
pretty cool that you that you continue to invest in yourself and that you feel like your mindset is the number one thing
for
that's
sure.
helping propel you. You did mention door knocking, so like
Hmm.
somebody might be watching this, maybe interested in the different ways to get into insurance sales.
Hmm.
What does a day look like for you? Like for like because there's like so there's door knocking and then
Hmm.
sometimes I think the other field and correct me if I'm wrong, is telesales. Some people will just
Hmm.
get on the phone and blast the phones, but
Hmm.
what do you do?
I'm straight door knocking. I try to get out of the house by like 10 o'clock latest. Because a lot of these seniors when I go and talk to them, they're like, don't come to me before 12. So I try to push it back a little bit, you know what I mean, and be out of the door by 10 o'clock and get into straight just door knocking and just I load my leads up in my app. I use Knock It Pro app. Not to
Yeah,
but I use the app and it's just straight door knocking, going to sitting with people face to face. I've never really done the telesales portion
yeah,
just because it doesn't seem to be NASB's business model. Some people I think do it, but from what I've seen, is more so going and knocking on those doors and meeting with people face to face. And I think that it is better with all these scams and stuff going on, scam likely with people calling on the
yeah,
phone and everything like that. I think
right.
people are more receptive to seeing you face to face, seeing you're a human, seeing your license and everything like that that you're wearing on your neck, that you have on your presentation and things of that nature. So it's just getting out and knocking as much as I can, as long as I can, as long as my family allows. Because I know it gets to
Yeah.
a certain point where my wife gets to calling me. But it's just getting out and knocking doors, as many doors as you can, sitting and trying to talk to as many people as you can. Really, knocking the doors is
That
kind of mundane, but you
uh,
want to talk to as many people as you can.
that's important. So it's not just activity. Some people will go in and like I even noticed some folks, and it's all good if you do, will count
Hmm.
the doors they knock. I
Hmm.
stopped doing that after the first couple of days because
Hmm.
I was like, man,
Hmm.
I'm confused. It was kind of I didn't want to like get my mindset like, dude, I didn't knock 20 doors and only talk to
Yeah.
two people. Instead,
Hmm.
let me focus on quality conversation. So I track anytime I have a conversation with
For
somebody
sure. For
and I'm
sure.
getting out there. Of course, knocking on doors is going to lead to that or get me
Exactly.
around there. Oh, good. Another question that somebody may ask is, are you just going knocking random doors? Or you just getting up in the morning?
So
You said load your leads.
yeah. One just to bounce back, is productive work versus busy work with that door knocking thing. Because you busy work, you can knock 40 doors and not talk to anybody. But as far as the
Mhm.
lead is concerned, NASB just is a great tool for us because they have in-house leads that they allow for us to go out and explore. And you buy and purchase them, load them up, and you get out and get knocking. There are people
Yeah.
that have been interested in insurance.
Right.
The leads literally say it. So when they come to the door, or when they come to the door and say they're not interested, you were interested at some point in
Yeah, at
time.
some point, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, you
we're
were
not
interested.
saying, yeah, we're not saying these folks are like, oh, please, I'm so glad that you
Yeah,
respond to this. But these are
exactly,
people who rose their hands, which
exactly,
can be very, man. When I was in wholesaling, man, I was just looking at ugly houses, writing down the
exactly,
addresses, cold calling, just
exactly,
8 hours, 7, 8 hours a day.
exactly.
Which I will go back. I think I haven't done telesales for life insurance. And I think
Hmm.
part of my reason not is because of years of cold calling. I'm like a little fatigued of it. I've
Hmm.
seen it has worked. I've seen people online
For
who are
sure.
showing success like anything you put to it. But I agree with you, man. These are people who, if you're in front of them, there's so much said that's like conveyed that's through the
Exactly,
body, through the energy that's so difficult to convey over the phone,
exactly,
especially when you got scam likely everywhere, man.
exactly,
Hey,
exactly. And
Marcus, you
it's
mentioned your. Oh my, go ahead, go
no,
ahead. I'm
I was just
sorry.
gonna say, and it's open enrollment for health
Oh
insurance and all
yeah,
that too. So
oh
it's just
yeah.
their phones, they're getting beat up. So yeah, yeah,
And then year after that's going to be an election year, so they just get
yeah,
beat up, man. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But not to discourage anybody who wants to do telesales.
for
If you want to
sure.
do telesales, find someone who's successful, find people successful, and
Hmm.
model them.
For sure.
They got the key for you. Hey, Marcus, you mentioned your wife. What does your family structure look like, man?
Married 8 years this
Oh,
past
congrats,
September.
bro.
Yeah, so it's been a long time. I appreciate it.
September
Uh
what? I'm sorry.
September 30th.
Oh, cool. Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. My wife, her birthday is the 26th, so I think she just wanted to kind of hit my pockets in September, at the
Hey,
end
that
of
might be a good
September.
lick for you, though. Get it done.
Two and one, yeah, for sure.
2 and 1.
But yeah, so it's me and my wife, and then I have three children. I have a 12-year-old daughter,
Oh man,
Journey. I have a 6-year-old daughter,
Journey.
Justice, and then I have a 5-year-old son, Messiah.
I dig it. I dig. Is your
Yeah.
wife name begin with a J?
No, her
Okay,
name is
okay.
Raquel. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Raquel. I
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah,
trying
yeah,
to.
for sure.
I love the name. Well, all the beautiful names.
Appreciate it.
I've leaned towards Journey if when we're blessed to have kids, but no telling
Yeah,
what it'll be. But that's awesome, man. Yeah. And so, what about your team? Are you're directly reporting to? Is it
Mitch.
Mitch? Okay. And what is
Hmm.
that as far as someone coming in? They're wondering what does the structure look like? Because yeah, what is like you are we in an office? I mean, I know you're going knocking door to door, but can you
Yeah,
explain to someone what an upline is and what your I guess the hierarchy of who do you have to report to? I don't
yeah.
know if I'm making sense,
I,
or if
I
there is anybody to
I
report to.
think I think I get you. Ultimately, if you don't work, you don't eat.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what
so
I'm
it's on you.
saying.
But as far as like an upline, I work directly under Mitch. I came in under someone else, but I work
Hmm.
directly under Mitch. And he is a great tool and resource. Just because he pours into us and tries to build fellowship and community and everything like that. I think he was on the pod a little while ago. But then it's just a hierarchy from there. I think Mitch is under a guy named Brian, and we all just kind of just especially Brian. He's a really, really, really smart dude. Knows a lot about insurance, and but I'm closest to Mitch, so that's my direct
Okay,
mentor, if you will, in
I
insurance.
got you.
If I have any questions, if I have any in and ups, which is we're trying to figure out what company we want to go with, I'll call him, and he'll honestly like help sell the deal a lot of times,
Yeah,
or tell me what company to look at. What's the best option for the client that we're trying to help.
man. My ending up is AJ, and when I was you mentioned
Gotcha.
ending up, can you just real quick explain
Yeah, yeah.
to him what ending up is if you don't
So,
mind?
so ending up is you get all the clients. It's like a data intake sheet. You get all the clients' information. You get their age, just their health history, essentially, and then their insurance history if they do have one. And you just try to see if you can find the angle to where, because ultimately our job is to really serve people, make a friend or serve someone. So ultimately, uh, in serving, we want to leave our clients in a better position than we found them. So that ending up allows for us to honestly like put two heads together to
Mm.
figure out a game plan as far as trying to orchestrate our clients in a better situation than we found them.
Man, when I what's great about NASB, and if you're out there and you're thinking about going into insurance, I really encourage you to ask what the support and sales training and
Mhm.
look like. And part of our support is that we have a system proven, and part of that system, as you're referring to, is that ending up. I was like, man. So all I gotta do is get to the end up, and AJ's gonna sell the deal for me.
Exactly.
I thought it was almost like, bro,
Exactly.
is he gonna let me keep the money? I mean, I know they make their own percentage based on
For
whatever,
sure.
but
but it's
But
like
it's
free money.
like free money.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's a pretty awesome thing. And it helps you put two heads together. It's a really
Hmm.
cool thing. I
Hmm.
love the in and up, man. That's one of my
Hmm.
favorite things. Man. I'm glad you explained that. I appreciate it,
Hmm.
man. Yeah. So what's next for Marcus though? What's next 5 years and then yeah,
Man, next
yeah, yeah, 5 years.
Yeah, next 5 years, man. I really try not to. Well, I'm not gonna say I try not to plan it that far because I do. I try to live day by day at the same time
Okay.
too, though. But next
Hmm.
5 years, I do have some plans for like real estate investing.
Okay.
That's one of my goals. I want to own multiple properties. That's always that was a part of the reason why I jumped into real estate as
Hmm.
well. I want to own multiple properties. I want to leave my children multiple properties. And ultimately everything that I do is for them for the most part. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
trying to leave a legacy and things of that nature. But I want to own multiple properties. I'm kind of diving right now into day trading just as another stream. You know
Oh,
what I mean? So
yeah.
I'm trying to be my best self every day.
Seven streams of income. I dig that, man.
Exactly.
So living day to day, living the eternal now, I can completely dig that.
For sure.
But I do have to ask you though, what are people
Mhm.
going to say about you? It's 5 years, a year from the day that the good Lord called you home, on
Mhm.
to the next. What are people saying about Marcus? What have people said about Marcus Farmer? Or
That's a really
feeling,
good question.
said or feeling about him?
Yeah, that's a really, really good question. And it's something I hadn't really thought about, but what I think people would say was one, he was a stand-up dude, he was a stand-up guy. He always put his best foot forward just to make sure one that his family and the people around him were taken care of. Um, he's from a small town, but he became successful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was one of those guys. First, I should backtrack. First off, God-fearing man.
Yeah.
God is the leader of everything that I do and will continue to be the leader of everything I do. But just he was just a good dude and he looked out for people. He would give you the shirt off his back. He made a little change to leave behind for his family, but yeah,
Yeah.
he just was one of those good solid dudes that you can count on to depend on, man. That's all I want to be.
That's cool that shines through right here, brother. I appreciate that, man.
For sure.
Uh, so yeah, several times you've led with God. Can you speak to how what is faith? How does that rubber meets road to what you're doing on a day to day?
It's just a belief that things are gonna work out. No matter where you're at, no matter what's going on, no matter how many doors got slammed in your face, no matter what's going, like, man, like at the end of the day, if you just keep trusting God and just keep putting your best foot forward and just keep believing in Him, He's gonna provide. And
That's it.
he's never failed you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he never will fail you. Sometimes I see
Yeah.
God in my relationship with my children. Not to say that I am God, but I see sometimes
Oh
where
yeah.
my kids might say, "Hey, I want this," and it's not right now. You know what I mean? Because of X, Y, and
Mm.
Z. And that's one of the things that I see kind of on a daily basis where that's probably why I'm not a millionaire yet. You know what I mean? Just because I'm not able to handle it yet. And I just think that by me just trusting God, I'm gonna get whatever I need whenever I need it. And at the end of the day, I've made it 35 years so far now. And
Yeah.
never really gone without. My kids have never really gone without, even in hard times. So at the end of the day, just believe in him more so than anything else. And just try to seek him more than anything else. And he gonna get you through everything.
Man, what a blessing, bro. Man, so
Yeah.
you taking there's that is a beautiful thing to take your parenthood model and seeing how God may be able to see
Hmm.
you and seeing, oh,
Hmm.
it's not he's saying not no, he said not now. Like, shoot, if I
Yeah.
was 20, 25 years old with this
Yeah.
disposable income I'm getting, brother,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just not equipped, you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
3 year olds are not equipped, most of them to drive cars. It takes
Exactly.
time. It take, so
Exactly.
man, I
Exactly.
really appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
are you a reader or are there any books you would point someone to help them in their just life journey, or if they're in a real estate journey, not real estate, insurance journey,
Yeah, yeah,
or
for
in
sure.
real estate, yeah.
Y- well, so not necessarily
Yeah.
for the real estate. I've kind of put it on the back burner a little bit and let my wife kind of just, what I'm saying, do her
Yeah,
thing over that.
I'm just saying more like what something that you can leave
Oh,
somebody that can feed them like, oh, I want to go read this book or learn more or this or that,
uh, I'm,
yeah.
I'm a big podcaster.
Okay,
I'm trying
yeah.
to turn myself into a reader. But I try to find so the Life Insurance Academy is one of those podcasts that I used to watch.
Yeah.
They drop so many nuggets on there. And I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be plugging them on you know what I'm saying
Oh
on your
heck yeah,
thing.
we
Yeah,
plug
yeah.
everybody. This is
Okay,
abundance,
for
man.
sure,
So life
for
insurance,
sure.
I'm gonna be on there. I'm gonna be on there before at some point. I'm
For
going
sure.
yeah, because
And then
they're doing
also
some great stuff.
I just picked up this book. Oh, you said you're gonna be on there, like as far as you want to be a guest on there.
Yeah, I will be a guest on there. I will
Th-
be a
th-
guest on there. I haven't met any of the guys yet, but I listen to them all the time. I will. I'm just gonna meet them at the conference. We're gonna be
Yeah,
connected. I'm gonna
yeah,
tell them about how they've impacted my journey, just like they
yeah.
impacted so many people. But yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take.
No, you good. I like what you said. Because that's the way I start speaking about myself as well. I will be on there.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
going to
Right.
do this. It's not we don't hope, we decide. I heard that a long time ago. It's just
Right.
one of those
Powers in the
things. Yeah,
word.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Word. Our
exactly,
word have life. Amen.
exactly, exactly. But this is a book I just picked up, and I just dove into it like last week. It's called Objections.
Oh,
Um,
objections, Jed Blunt. Okay,
yeah, yeah,
objections,
yeah, yeah,
Jed. I'm
yeah.
about to get
I'm
that.
probably
I'm gonna
like
get that.
I'm still in the first chapter. Like I just picked it up.
Okay.
So I think that I'm really self-aware, and when I'm working and I'm out in the field, and I try to I'll send it to you. I
Oh, cool.
try
Appreciate it.
to figure out areas where I need to, or where I feel like I need to improve.
Okay.
And I think that this is one of the areas where I still have some improvement and development, because I feel like I'm leaving some help for some clients out there.
Oh, I love how
And
you
then
frame it, bro.
yeah, 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 for sure. And at the same time, some change for myself too. You know what I
Get some
mean?
money. We do this for the money too, now. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
yeah,
I love it.
I'm leaving something on the table, man. So at the end of the day, if they got a book that's going to teach me how to be better, then I need to pour into myself, like you said, with the self development. Keep
Mm,
developing yourself. At the end of the day, the market rewards the value you bring to it. So
mm. That's
continue
what's
to
up.
yeah, continue to improve myself, and I'll get there.
That's law. That's Lord.
Hmm.
Amen. Well,
Hmm.
appreciate you, Marcus, and appreciate you guys for watching and tuning in. Please hit a like and subscribe because it's going to help us reach way more people. And folks like Marcus' story is going to can be an inspiration to be a part of people's journey, to their own path of self development. We're about to get out of here though, but I'm Courtney with Life and Transitions Experts, LITE. Let your light shine. Cheers.
Appreciate it.